Hey everybody, welcome to the Cardone Solutions Podcast. I am your host of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. My name is David Bradley, training facilitator and coach with Grant Cardone. I am bringing you weekly sales solutions, tips, strategies, and a couple attitude adjustments from the 10X world of Grant Cardone. Check it out. 80% of what we do here at Cardone Training Technologies is 100% free. So the purpose of the podcast is to make sure that the free stuff we're putting down, you are picking up and you're plugging it into your sales, your business, and your life, and you're doing what with it? Man, you're getting some results, okay? So thank you in advance for hitting that subscribe button. Thank you, and if you are getting something from it, thank you in advance also for sharing it out there. If it's helping you, I guarantee it's going to help somebody else too. So make sure you share that sucker. Don't be selfish. Get it out there. Now, today's episode, we're going to be talking about 6 things that you need to do, that you should be doing every single day to never, ever be broke again or to not wind up being broke. But before we get into that, let's have a word from our sponsor. Today's episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast is brought to you by Grant Cardone and Cardone University's coaching program. Okay, here's what we know at this point. 84% of managers too busy to train and develop their team the way they wish they could. Most managers got into management simply because they could produce, but never were taught how to motivate and transfer skill. Lastly, 88% improvement in production and productivity when coaching and training gets involved. So this is where we come in. Literally, enter, not the dragon, but Cardone University's coaching program, where we become literally a virtual extension of the management team. Okay, here's what it comes with. Complete access to Cardone University. Over 30 plus managed learning courses facilitated by a certified Cardone coach like me. Okay. Our process, it increases engagement and accountability. You literally get us at a fraction of the cost is what it would require you to bring somebody in-house to do this for you, okay? We're going to work with you and your team to increase sales volume, profitability, while reducing extraneous costs like turnover and helping you guys expand market share. So for a complimentary sales process and training analysis and a customized training proposal, because it's 100% write-up over here, okay? Visit cardonesolutions.com/coaching. That's cardonesolutions.com/coaching. cardonesolutions.com/coaching. Pop yourself onto my calendar and let's talk it out. See you soon. Now, let's get into today's topic, which is never be broke with these 6 things. I'm going to give you 6 things that you need to do, should be doing every day on the regular to never, ever be broke again, or just make sure you're never broke, okay? So, Grant Cardone is the next Undercover Billionaire, okay? If you haven't seen the show, go catch the last season, okay? And then get ready because Uncle G's going to bring it, okay? Now, here's the thing about the show. Here's the challenge. Can you create a multi-million-dollar business in just 90 days with only $100? This is like a whole different level of naked and afraid, especially if you're somebody who is used to having money. Now let's think about this for a second. How many Americans do we know of, that you may even know personally, that are struggling with barely enough to get by? How many Americans are learning the hard lesson that what they thought was enough wasn't even close? Okay, the volume of economic devastation right now, it's overwhelming to me. Fortunately, there is a way out, okay? And there is a light at the end of this tunnel. This too shall pass. Now, if your business is struggling, if you're unemployed right now, if you're in fear of losing your house, your savings, your family, know this. 2 things. 1, hope is overrated. 2, action is the middle finger to doubt. Okay, so if you have any fear right now, know those 2 things. Fear of anything, okay? Hope is overrated. Action is the middle finger to doubt. Okay, and that is the premise of what we're going to talk about today. So when you tune into and you watch Undercover Billionaire on the Discovery Channel, know that what you will see is your inspiration and it is your roadmap to position yourself to never, ever be broke or be broke again. Okay? So, Grant goes in to make the decision to be on the show. And he realized and then shared with us on his blog and then over on the Mooch FM podcast that if you have these 6 things, you can never be broke. Okay? And here they are. Courage, creativity, commitment, persistence, work ethic, the ability to communicate with anyone about anything. So I know you were scrambling for a pen and a notepad because, of course, you take notes when you listen to the Cardone Solutions podcast, right? Okay. Let me give them to you again. Courage. In my worst Cowardly Lion impression ever. Creativity. Commitment. Persistence. Work ethic. The ability to communicate with anyone about anything. You got those 6 things down? Never be broke. Ever. And these 6, every single one of them, literally it ties in quite nicely with why Uncle G started the 10X movement to begin with. The idea literally was to truly help all of us create financial security and financial freedom so that we can weather any economic storm. And what a better way. I can't think of a better way to show us that it is possible than to take a man who literally has it all, strip it all away. Here's $100, okay? Drop him in the middle of nowhere, and let's go see what you're made of. That's what Undercover Billionaire is about. 10X, though, that's a multiplier. And if you haven't really studied it, you'll hear Grant say it. It comes and goes. Okay, we know 10X is about taking 10 times the level of action and thinking 10 times bigger. We get that. But 10X, it's a multiplier. That's what that X means. And it suggests that you must scale 10 times bigger than your imagination. 10 times bigger than what you think you need. 10 times bigger than what you think your community needs. 10 times bigger than what your employee needs, your family needs, okay? Take the number. Scale it. Scale it out. 10 times the amount. Take 10 times the level of action and then go get it. Okay? And when you're at that level of 10X thinking, when you're at that level of 10X doing, that is when, then, and only then, maybe, might you be safe enough to take care of yourself, your family, and then survive into the future. Because that's really what we want to do. Survive into the future. Okay? Grant said to us in a sales meeting back in March of 2020, you're going to get through this. The question really becomes, who do you want to be on the other side? So let's go back to the 6 and let's do a little bit of introspection. You got that notepad? Okay, good. Where do you get your courage from? Where do you get your courage from? And who or what inspires your creativity? What is your muse? At what level right now is your commitment? Like, how committed are you for reals? Are you willing to persist? This one's important. Are you willing to persist even when all hope is lost? Whether we're talking Rocky 1 back in the day or we're talking Creed, think about those scenes, right? At the end. They're going into the 12th round. They know they've lost. Okay? Do they leave it all in the ring? Yes. So are you willing to persist even when all hope is lost? Which is perfect for question number 5, which is, what does a strong work ethic look like to you? And do you have one? That's about you I said this is about some introspection. This is about you calling yourself out. So when you think of strong work ethic, do you have that? Okay? I mean, look, when I hear strong work ethic, I think Grant. Okay? Who else can you think? But that's an obvious one. Who else is out there? Okay, David Goggins. How's that for a strong work ethic? Okay, you got that? Okay, so just call yourself out. Be honest with yourself. Okay, and since we're doing some ratings, what is your ability to communicate with anyone about anything? Scale from 1 to 10. Where are you at? And what needs to happen to get you to a 10? Cardone University. Here's the bonus question, though. You ready for the bonus question? How often do you get bored? Yeah. How often do you get bored? Boredom, Grant talked about this in a blog. It's his biggest fear, boredom. He doesn't want to get bored or become complacent because, as Grant says, ever since he was 10 years old, when he got bored or complacent, what happened? He got in trouble. So the best thing for Grant to do and to be is a little uncertain. Grant says this, quote unquote, when I'm uncertain, I'm scared. When I'm scared, I'm not bored. When I'm bored, I'm a little depressed. Grant needs the fear, he says. I need the uncertainty. I need a challenge. So how often do you get bored? And how willing are you to challenge yourself right on out of that boredom? Number one reason he agreed to get on the show. This show gave him an opportunity to answer the questions. If I had nothing, could I make it? Could I take $100 and turn it into $1 million? What about you? How many Americans right now are in a similar boat where they've got nothing, where they've only got $100? Okay? How many citizens on planet Earth, forget Americans for a second, how many citizens on planet Earth are in the same boat right now? And what will you do to inoculate yourself in 2021 from being broke? If you've lost it, you can't get it all back. If you're scared you're going to lose it all, that's okay. So am I. So is Grant. It's normal. Why wouldn't you be scared? In 2021, we must 10x our courage, 10x our creativity, 10x our commitment, 10x our persistence, 10x our work ethic, and 10x our ability to communicate with anyone about anything. Now, how you do that, that's up to you. But whatever you do, don't try and do this alone. For real, you don't have to do it alone. Like, get help, get support, get partners, okay? Maybe even take on a coach. Someone out there that can help you in your organization. And what were some of the what are some things that your coach should help you with? Setting unique goals. Having a powerful action plan built specifically for you, your business, personal life, finances, unique goals. Identify the barriers. Okay? This is you getting some insightful truth about what has to and must change for you to reach new levels of success. Pinpoint your needs. Let's spot some areas of development and create initiatives to quickly realize outcomes. Why does it have to be this long thing? Let's get a result. And then create some vision. Okay? This is you and your coach establishing a unifying and overarching success framework for the whole life. Not just your sales, not just your business, whole life stuff we're talking about here, okay? Now, technically, you can do those 4 things all by yourself. Or you can compress time by getting help, okay? And if you'd like to do that, check out cardonesolutions.com/coaching. That's cardonesolutions.com/coaching. coaching. You can set yourself up over there for a complimentary review session, customized proposal for ongoing coaching with Cardone training. And this has been another exciting episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. I'm your host, David Bradley, training facilitator and coach with Grant Cardone. Thank you so much for listening. Again, if you've gotten some value from this, if this has benefited you, please make sure that you press this out into cyberspace. If it helped you, I guarantee you it will help somebody else. Tweet it, post it on the LinkedIn, get it up on the Facebook, maybe even wherever you're doing the social, right? Get it out there. What's the new one? I just forgot the name of this thing. How embarrassing. I literally just got invited to it and I can't remember. Oh, Clubhouse. Talk about it on Clubhouse. That would be really cool, right? Okay, awesome. So get it out there. Share it with somebody else so they can get something out of it too. That was the point of that. Okay. Have an awesome week. Thank you so much for listening and being here. I'm going to leave you with the words of Grant Cardone. We'll see you next time and be great because nothing else pays.